even evident from that distance that they were truly magnificent animals. My name is Paul Fortino. I've been a Magnum Hunt Club member for 3 years. You want him, James?
Yes, yes.
New Zealand defies imagination with its majestic landscapes and exotic wild game. This week, Magnum Hunt Club member Paul Fortino travels south of the equator with Bob Nosler to hunt red stag with Magnum preferred outfitter Gary Herbert. This is Nosler's Magnum TV.
This is my first trip to New Zealand, but it is magnificent. This is just a spectacular place on Earth. The animals are wonderful, the people are better yet. Gary Herbert's operation here at Gary Herbert's New Zealand Hunting is just an extraordinary experience. It isn't just about animals, it's about people. It's about people who know their job. It's about people who care. It's about people who work hard. And they work hard to make your hunt a success, not only on the hill, but also at the lodge with the food. And I can't say enough for what professional and personable people these are.
Stag right here.
Well, of course, Bob and I have now been on several continents together, and we had talked at various times about going to New Zealand for a red stag. We first saw a herd of stags at about half a mile away. It was even evident from that distance that they were truly magnificent animals.
One of the reasons that we came in the first place was not only to test ETIP, but also to put our Model 48 into a different environment. Environmental testing for a rifle, hunting rifle, is very important. You just can't do it all in a lab. You got to be outside, you got to be sliding down hills, you got to be, the gun's got to fall out of a rig or two. Just the things that happen out hunting that you cannot avoid that become a part of the rifle. We named it the Model 48 because 1948 was the year that my dad founded the company. So we thought it appropriate that we have a rifle named the Model 48. Our rifles have had 60 years in the development. When you're in the bullet business, you got to test your bullets. And the way you test your bullets is you got to get a rifle. And pretty soon you start saying, you know, I'll start making them because it's a little more cost effective. So we've been doing barreled actions for years and years and years. Put some stocks on some of them. So the Model 48 has a pretty rich heritage. It's not a newcomer like some folks might think. It's been around for a while, just in a different form.
Shooting the Nosler Model 48 rifle. I have for a long time been using the very first one that was ever made. It's serial number XP01, and it's a rifle that I have grown extremely confident in. And this is a game about confidence. And I never doubted that it could do what it had to do if I could do what I had to do.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Nosler, Load Nosler, Own the Shots, and by Nikon, Dunham's High Caliber Ranch, Gobble and Grunt Outfitters, the NRA ILA, and Thompson Center Arms, America's master gunmaker. This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Gobble and Grunt Outfitters.
Just a couple of stags up there.
Well, we had to side hill. The terrain looks steep, but it doesn't look nearly as steep from the bottom as it does from the top when you're trying to side hill. In wind, now we'd gone around to the windward side, and the wind must have been 30 or 40 miles an hour. And the combination of trying to walk on a side hill path that might be 6 inches wide, plus there were lots of grass on the side of the hill, slippery. I actually took my mind off the Red Stag, hoping that I could manage to get around the side of this mountain to get a better look at them. Of course, once we got a better look at them, they got a better look at us, and they started moving one hill at a time away from us to the point where we followed them for at least 400 or 500 yards, them always keeping their 300 or 400 yard distance. And then the very biggest of them went over the hill, and 2 stopped to fight. And it was at that point we knew that with them standing there fighting, we could not get back around the hill to get them. We sort of had the letdown, oh well, we can't do that, when Bob Nosler said, oh, but look at that one. Immediately reversed course one more time and side hilled to a place where we could get at least a good rest. After huffing and puffing, as will happen in these hills, I finally got calmed down and literally sat on the side of the hill, took a rest on a tripod. I had a rangefinder that read 280 yards, and I've since confirmed that the rangefinder was low on batteries. And it was at this point that I knew that he was a lot further than 280 yards. Finally, I held about 4 inches over his back, and, well, the rest is history.
Hold right. Hold on his spine.
Well, of course, I've been with Nosler for many years, and so I'm a true believer, but that E-tip bullet in the Nosler rifle, if you can hold it there, it will go there, and it did go there.
E-tips, Paul.
Oh, yeah. Well, you left to charge him because he's using your bullets.
I know it. I know it. That's worth a cigar.
Isn't it?
He charges me a lot.
Who charges who, Paul?
Oh, excuse me, I charge you a lot.
Here we go, buddy. Oh, that's a dandy. Wow.
Look at that.
Ooh-wee. Oh, congratulations, man.
He's a whopper.
Yeah.
Holy mackerel.
He is a big, heavy head, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Look at the mass in here. Look at that.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, Paul,
If I have somebody who says to me, I'm thinking about going to New Zealand, I could not imagine doing anything but telling him, you've got to go to the Southern Alps, you've got to go to Gary Herbert's, and you've got to be prepared for some truly awesome red stag, chamois, and tar hunting. Not to mention the fact that occasionally you see a fallow deer. But that's what the Nosler rifle, and that's what the Nosler E-tip are all about here in this nice, warm New Zealand day.
You want him, James?
yes, yes.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Dunham's High Caliber Ranch.
Bob Nosler is one of the nicest, smartest men in the hunting industry. Cares deeply about the wildlife. Bob and I got together and chatted about what we wanted to do for our next adventure. We wanted to be able to bring our wives along. We wanted a comfortable hunt, and yet we wanted a great adventure. And it's a great proving ground for the Nosler bullet. Most of us are shooting E-tips this week. Are an incredible bullet, and of course the Nosler company, they work very, very hard on product development and product testing, and the proof is in their products. They're absolutely the best.
Well, E-tip is a really, this is going to sound like a cliche, but it is truly the accumulation of all of our knowledge. We sat down and said, okay, as a group, what kind of performance parameters do we have to have in this product to make it the best, not just a lead-free bullet? We came up with a very, very unique interior cavity. We call it an E-squared cavity, or it's a double chamber type design. Very subtle, but it just performs beautifully. This was a product we wanted to have this be the best.
They've got terrific hunting properties. They have several hunting properties here within an hour or so of a lodge. Terrific variety of game, and this is almost like hunting in Africa with the amount of animals that you see.
orange, eh?
Yes, yes.
Getting a bit out there, eh? You orange, eh?
Yes.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by the Magnum Hunt Club.
Rob Dunham from the Magnum Hunt Club. Here's an important message that every hunter needs to hear.
When we're out enjoying our right to hunt, it's easy to forget about what's happening in Washington, D.C. But just because you're not thinking about the politicians doesn't mean they're not thinking about you. They are always up to something. And if you're not happy with what they're up to, please listen to this message from my friend Chuck Norris.
Chuck Norris, fact number 235. Contrary to popular belief, America is not a democracy. It's a Chuck-tatorship.
I always get a kick out of those Chuckisms. But of course I can't decide alone how the country is run. If you're worried about the direction our country is going, you're in good company. Too many people have forgotten our nation was founded to protect freedom, like our Second Amendment right to keep and bear arms. Freedom is not about what government can do for us, but about keeping government from doing things to us. There's only one way to protect our freedoms, by voting for the candidates who support them. I hope you won't be missing in action on Election Day. Register to vote. I'm Chuck Norris, and I approve this message.
For more information, go to triggerthevote.org.
You orange, eh?
Yes, yes.
Getting a bit out there, eh? You orange, eh?
Yes.
Man, hell of a hunt for fallow deer, huh? The bucker laid up, gotta be 2 hours that we laid in that bush. And he finally busted out. My God, that's like hunting rabbits. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. What's that?
Nice spotted one as usual.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Good job.
Oh, nice work.
Thank you. Thank you. We're here in New Zealand, Gary Herbert's New Zealand mountain hunting, and this was certainly mountain hunting this morning. And just having a great time. If you're a Magnum Hunt Club member, this is the kind of hunt you can come on. This is absolutely as good a mixed bag hunt as I've ever been on, Africa included. And the game here is just excellent, excellent quality, and the guides are first rate. And we're just having a ball here with the Nosler Bullet Company. First of all, the whole New Zealand experience, the friendliness of the people, the beauty of the country is really unsurpassed anywhere in the world, I would say. As far as Gary's operation goes, I've never been on a better hunt. And I've hunted all around the world with some of the finest outfitters, but this is absolutely 100% first class
hardworking guides, friendly people, terrific game.
New Zealand may seem a world away, but with the Magnum Hunt Club, it could be closer than you ever imagined. Team Magnum's leading a hosted hunt next year with Gary Herbert, a hunt of a lifetime which you could be part of. Join us again next week for another epic hunting adventure on Nosler's Magnum TV. Until then, I'm Chris Cox with the National Rifle Association, protecting our Second Amendment freedoms and hunting heritage.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Brownells, the world's largest supplier of firearms, accessories, and gunsmithing tools, and by Nosler, Dunham's High Caliber Ranch, OutfittersRating.com, and the Magnum Hunt Club. Your adventure is our business. Closed captioning is brought to you by the NRA ILA.
A world-class adventure like this may be closer than you think. The Magnum Rewards program helps you earn your way to your next adventure. Find out more at MagnumHuntClub.com. Your adventure is our business.